Hey everyone, UEBS 2 Hub here, and in this battle we have a classic fight between two races in Starcraft. On one corner, we have the Terran Dominion with their vaunted Marines, 250,000 of them to be exact, and in the other corner we have 200,000 Protoss Zealots from the homeworld of Ire. That being said, let's go ahead and start this match. If you guys don't know, the Marines have fewer or larger numbers because, of course, they are weaker on an individual basis, though of course with range you could definitely make up for a lot of that weakness. Now on the other hand, these Protoss are very fast and deadly when it comes to melee encounters. So early on it looks like the Protoss are winning, although the Terrans, being that so many of them can fire at once, are starting to mount a comeback. We'll have to wait and see if that actually becomes anything. But I think if anything happens here, it will basically be, if the Terrans win, if the Marines win, it's simply because so many of them can attack at the same time. That'd be it. And that's kind of how it is in StarCraft, right? If you can have like a group of 4 or 5 Marines versus 2 Zealots, despite the fact that the Zealots individually could easily destroy a Marine, with 5 Marines, you can just attack, run away, so on and so forth. And this is kind of what we're seeing here, except, of course, with lines of Marines rather than, individual squads of Marines. Now, that being said, I keep saying, it looks like the Marines are starting to actually turn the tide here, almost kind of as I expected. Now, I've been kind of changing up these stats for greater than a half hour now between the Zealots and the Marines, trying to balance it out. And I think at this point, the only thing really, if we were to have a much smaller scale, right, like maybe 100 Zealots versus 120 Marines, I think the Zealots would win. But because it's on such a large scale and you can have this incredible volume of fire from the Marines, that's why they're winning. Now, the Zealots have around 3 times the health of the Marines, at least in this instance. But the reason being is because in StarCraft, of course, they have shields and health. And in both cases, between the shields and the health, they have more than the Marines do. Being that the Marines, I think, have like 40 or 45 health, if memory serves me, whereas the Zealots have something like, like 80 or 85 health, and a whole bunch of shields as well on top of that regenerate. So at this point, we are seeing the Protoss lines crumble, unfortunately. Or I guess, fortunately, depending on what side you're on. This is a quick match. And let me know in the comments below, I really want to put the StarCraft Marines versus the Ultra Marines from Warhammer, but we'll have to wait and see if that happens. But the Zealots did put up a really good fight, I will say that. And by the way, whoever did these models, fantastic job. I mean, they look fantastic. Like, look at that. Really good. The Gauss rifles look good. Gauss rifles, however they are pronounced. And these Zealots, I just have to go to the back here, where they're not all being shot. It looks really, really good as well, though they are running a little bit fast for you to be able to get a good view on them. Now, for whatever reason, also, as you can see, the Terrans, the Marines, they are firing their bullets like they are arrows, kind of like with an arc on them. I'm not entirely sure why that's happening. I think that just has to do with the modeling of them, but same effect, ultimately, it doesn't really matter too much. But right now, we are seeing, if nothing else, the Protoss are substantially better on an individual basis and are cutting the Marines down quickly at the front. And it was very evident in the very beginning when the Protoss took off to a strong lead. However, of course, the Marines, with their incredible volume of fire, that is what is winning the day. Although, again, not without severe loss. Though, of course, the Terrans don't really care about losses. As if you guys have ever seen and played StarCraft, they could really care less. But I guess that's the same with any sort of group of Space Marines. They don't really care so much, just so long as they win. Also, there is a pool of Kool-Aid, which, by the way, if it is sufficiently deep Kool-Aid, then units can actually drown in them. But as you can see, actually, the Zealots are laying waste to these Marines. Again, as you can see, individually, they are nasty. They are nasty units, extremely powerful, And honestly, I cannot wait until the Zerglings come out, because Zerglings will be coming out very soon from the modder. The modder did say that that will be one of the planned units, and I am stoked because these all look great. So whoever modded these, if you are watching this video, excellent job. Seriously, just beautiful work. I cannot get enough of it. So, as we are getting to a close here, it looks like the Marines, their advantage is almost in a way lessened, because it looks like the Zealots are still laying down a butt whooping on these Marines at the front. And, you know, to be fair, there were, at start of this, 250,000 Marines. They've killed over half of them, the Zealots, which is very impressive for a melee unit when they have to contend with this volume of fire pretty much the entire match. So, that said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What sort of match do you guys want to see? You know, I am very interested as always. Is there anyone else over there? Looks like they got some stragglers over there too, but we are following this side. But let me know in the comments below what you guys are interested in seeing. We have these Zealots chasing down this poor Marine, doing that tactic like I was saying before. He's backing up, firing, backing up, firing. But, of course, to no avail. I would be surprised if he survives. These almost look like infested Terrans, which, by the way, Modder Guy, if you were watching, infested Terrans would be radical if we could ever have that. But, of course, they have to explode because that's what infested Terrans do. But, again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let's just kind of wait this out, or I'll just play it out the rest of the match with the, I'm sure, again, the Terrans are going to win because they have a massive advantage here. But thanks so much for watching, everyone. Please, if you don't mind, like this video, comment on this video. I'm just going to end it for him, and end it for him too, because this match is pretty much over. Why draw it out even longer? But again, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone, and the Marines have won.